How do clients enroll in your program? How do you convert them from stranger to follower to subscriber to buyer? The ultimate in fitness marketing mastery. So if you're a health coach, stay tuned. It is the same for you. I'm Deborah Atkinson. You're listening to Fitness Marketing Mastery, where I share sales and marketing strategies that are anything but sleazy, salesy, and pushy so that you can build a life and a business that you love with the kind of freedom, financially and time-wise, that you really want. Okay, so this is another in the Say This, Not That series, and I've had a lot of these come up this year. I mean, look, we're still in this heat of the moment, mid-pandemic, basically, because the rules have changed, and I don't believe they're going back. I don't believe that fitness centers will ever return to the way that it was, because there's been a whole new world opened up to many, many people who now realize convenience and world-class trainers are at their fingertips. So we got to be better, guys. Got to be better at relaying our message more clearly, more succinctly, and distinguishing you from everybody else's certifications and degrees. All right. There are potential gaps where in your funnel of they went from stranger who saw you on social to follower to subscriber on your emails to a buyer. You may have gaps there. But the one gap we're talking about here is from subscriber to buyer. They're on your email list. They're in there. But hey, are they opening? Are they clicking on anything? Say someone just reached out for your freebie. You've nurtured them as they used it. And if you're not, please start. Okay. Now they're finished with that nurture email series. What do you say to them next? You created that freebie based on it being something that your ideal customer for your course, program, or coaching wants or needs. Please tell me that's true. Tell me you did that, or be sure that you check today's show notes, which will be fitnessmarketingmastery.com/enroll-in-your-program. So you have the freebie solution. You know how to create one that does that job. In this series of weekly marketing posts, I'm going to help you craft your content so you can resonate with your ideal customers. I'll choose an example of some fitness posts that are a good concept, but miss the mark. Okay. For instance, from reviewing emails of clients and students from anything in the Marketing to Women copywriting course to our mastermind, use these words, not those. So if you're using something like, if you're ready, you might like this. If, right? So kind of implies, well, probably you're not really ready, but just in case, I'll throw this out there. And it's almost like apologizing for sharing something that you know will help them. So to hear my voice getting stronger, I want to know that you're that convicted, that if somebody reached for a specific freebie, you know really what they were thinking, what they're feeling, and you know probably what they need next. They don't have that either. And you feel like, I have created that exact thing that they need. And if they really want to get off the mark and make progress, they need it. Are you that strongly convicted about it? Then you don't want to use language like, if you're ready, you might want this maybe someday, right? Stop it. You want to be sure that you use words that are stronger. And here's the words that I suggest that you use based on your first action, right? So you fill that in with your first action. Based on the fact that you, my friend, are listening to the Fitness Marketing Mastery podcast, I could make some assumptions about you. You are not making enough money. You don't have enough clients, or for certain, you don't have too many, right? And you probably want more revenue. maybe you'd actually like to work more hours. It's not that you're too full and you have no control over your time and your schedule. It's actually you want more customers. You're willing to work the hours because you need the money, but something is up. I can make a deduction over that. And you should be able to do the same based on your interest in my abdominal course or my core work course. The next logical step is, and it should relate to your program. But listen, if you're giving a program that is really all about hormone balancing, it is about something bigger that is not a direct connect for your customer. Most important words ever. It's not a direct connect for your customer. You have to smooth that out a little bit. So going directly from, say, a core course to here you go, you should do this full-blown coaching program where we can dive into what's going on with your blood sugar levels, what's going on with your hormone levels, what's going on with your gut health, because they're maybe not going to relate to it unless your nurture list for that core freebie was really very deep and in depth and got into some of that. So you may have a little work to do. Is there a gap? You've got to think about that. But this is the ultimate. So in an email, after you've nurtured them somewhat, you should be able to say and have it make sense and be true that based on your interest in blah, 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 your thing, the next logical step for you would be this course. And this is perfect timing. Maybe you say, I love fast action takers. Personally, I do. I'm a quick start, which means I jump and then I turn around and see, where did I jump to? Literally. And that gets me into trouble sometimes, but I'll tell you where else it's gotten me. Way ahead of the curve for most people. I make a lot of more mistakes than a lot of people, but most successful people do have more mistakes than right things. But you have to make those mistakes to get to the right thing. So if you have like perfection, procrastination, you're going to struggle. So you probably need to work on that. Work on that with a coach. Work on that with a business coach. Work on that with a therapist or a counselor. You got to work that one out. And what's underlying that you desire or thinking that you've got to be perfect in order to actually do this thing. So it's okay to screw up. In fact, publicly is okay. Probably good for you. That said, based on your interest in blah, 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 the next logical step is this. And then you go on to say, here's why this is a perfect time to do this. Right now, either the doors are open, for instance, you might say, or make sure that's true, right? That you were offering that freebie only at a specific time that led to the program that is open right now. But if it's open all the time, say, look, I'm going to do something really special for you because you're right here, right now. You've gotten started and I want you to keep that momentum because I know how easy it is to let life interfere. So here's why you can do this right now, and you can do it for, say, the next 3 days. This rate applies. Or right now, this coupon code is only good one time and for 24 hours. You'll never see this rate or that coupon code again. There may be other opportunities to buy, but just not at this rate. Those words, my friends, and yes, I would replay that. I would even transcribe that if I were you. So really important that you're using language that does these things. So what is it doing? Well, it's creating a sense of urgency. It's making it a no-brainer. Like it's so affordable. There's so much savings right now, and inspire the fear of missing out. and you do that by potentially saying, right now, we've just had 72 women dive in the last 3 days. They are already sharing updates about what their experience in our private group. You'll be able to see their comments and add your own there soon as you join. So things like that explain, like, there's a group, all the cool kids are doing this over here, and or this is gone by midnight tonight. That's also fear of missing out and a sense of urgency. It can be both. So make it a no-brainer, and that means it is logical, like right now, right? They've got to get in. Logical or no-brainer can also mean there's a money-back guarantee. So if you really believe in it and you've had people go through it and you already know nobody asked for a refund, or 1 out of 100 people ask for a refund, it's a pretty good risk to take, because it suddenly makes people just like, okay, why would I not do this? Right? It'd be just crazy not to. So there you have it. I have given you some very golden nuggets, and I did it in about 5 minutes after the pre and a little summary, but replay this one over and over and over. Transcribe it. Sit down with a pen and paper if you want to. If you're not familiar with it, the tool that I like to use for transcribing anything would be otter.ia. It's free. It's a free app up to a certain point, of course, just like everything else. But you could play that on, say, your computer, and then use the app on your phone to transcribe it, send it to yourself, and you've got it. And then you can play and create a little worksheet. So I didn't create a worksheet for you, but I'm going to give you a little bit more if you're ready. So listen to this. If you're not already a fitnessmarketingmastery.com subscriber, it's the next logical step if you're listening to this podcast. Did you see what I did there? Yeah. You'll find a message from me on the homepage at Fitness Marketing Mastery about how I can help you make your business go or grow, depending on where you are. But better yet, let me help you with strategies for marketing to women with my copywriting course. That, if you don't do anything else, can be pivotal for your business. Click on the link in the show's episode notes, and you'll have one day with a special savings. If you're stuck finding the right words, you type and then you retype and start over again. You stare at a blank screen. You post and send and then get very little response, right? Yeah. So you know what I'm talking about. And you know in your heart that you can help your ideal client. You know you have something she needs. Then don't spin your wheels. Don't stay stuck with thoughts of, I can do this myself. I should figure it out myself. Seriously, there is no one else who is going to do it like you in the world, but there's not an abundance of marketing and sales strategies available for health and fitness coaches. You need to get in the weeds a little bit and not just do broad strokes like check the box that you sent an email. That's just not going to work. If no one else is asking, I am. What words are you using in your emails? In what order? It matters. All right. The show notes for this one are at fitnessmarketingmastery.com/enroll-in-your-program. You want to go there. You'll see the links to the Marketing to Women copywriting course, how to create the irresistible freebie that your ideal clients will love, and a couple links to other Say This, Not That podcasts in this series. Some of them are short, some of them a little bit longer, but they all are helping you to avoid some of the mistakes that are actually probably hurting some of the marketing content. You're taking the time, energy, and both of those are money when you think about it, to create. All right, what are you waiting for, friend? The world needs you right now more than